Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If it's your first time being here, thanks for stopping in. And if you're a returning listener, I so appreciate you being here. This is a short little pick-a-pile for the upcoming lunar eclipse. Today is the summer solstice, so we're just kind of checking in for this week's energy, really what's coming in through this lunar eclipse portal. And the number 5 has been really speaking to me a lot lately. It's been really resonating with me. So like I've always say about eclipse portals, it's a time of great change. So I also have a new deck here for you guys. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. We also have 5 fancy Jaspers here with us. So same crystal, but 5 different looks of fancy Jasper. So choose pile 1 through 5. The timestamps are listed below for you in the video description. If you resonate with your pile, please consider giving a like, share, comment, subscribe, or donation. All of that information is also below in the video subscription or video description. I would really appreciate that. So I'll catch you guys in a few minutes. Go ahead and pick your pile, and I'll see you then. Hello, pile 1. I hope you're doing great. So let's just go ahead and get started. It's got me kind of rolling up my sleeves for you guys. So we have a Lenormand card here to help guide our reading, and we just have 3 tarot cards from my new deck, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. It's not a new deck on the market, but it is new for me, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It's the first time being here on the channel. And a card just flipped over for me. How interesting over here. Okay, let's get started, pile 1. So the Lenormand card is going to tell us what precisely the reading is about, what the energy is coming in for you, and then we will elaborate with your 3 tarot cards. So what's up? Okay, pile 1. So with the clouds here, there's definitely been some kind of, it just said like smog, fog, things that you haven't been able to see through. But what was really interesting is number 1, it pointed out this is a King of Clubs, which is a King of Wands. And it was also just basically saying, like, whoever this king energy is, whatever this represents for you, they live in this little castle. And it was like they are causing like so much smoke and confusion for you, pile 1. So it's something that seems kind of small, but it's making a bunch of smoke, and you're having a hard time seeing through that. So this definitely feels like a person or a situation related to a person in your life. With it being Wands energy, it's either career, relationships, sex, passion, things like that, right? So somebody's causing a bunch of smoke, and you just can't see through some of this stuff. It's like 50% of the card you can, it's clear skies, and the other 50% of the card you can't see through, right? And that's kind of what this whole thing is for you, this whole situation or relationship. So let's get through here. It definitely feels like it's all coming from this castle. Like this is all just a bunch of smoke. So Daughter of Cups, Page of Cups. I like this card. I love this rainbow reflection shadow here. With a Page of Cups, there's definitely a friendly, sweet energy involved. If you have an actual daughter, then it could be related to that. But I was going to say, this just feels like a sweet energy. And honestly, it feels like it's more of like a messenger pointing things out for you. And what it's really bringing to me at this time is all the colors in the shadow. This is like a baby swan, like a little baby swan. So this is a reflection on the water, right? With the shadow revealing all these rainbow colors, it's really bringing up some shadow work and essentially how there's a lot of different colors, meaning a lot of different vibrations, energies, thoughts, feelings. There's all kinds of things involved in the emotional spectrum when it comes to your shadow and or someone else's shadow. So it's kind of saying like you might not be the only person doing shadow work, and that might be why this smoke is here in this situation for you, because other people are kind of technically doing shadow work and they don't really know what's going on. So there's a whole bunch of like, right? Things just haven't been clear so far. Not very clear. And yet at the same time, if these lines represent water, this is some pretty calm water, right? So things are calm, things are chill, but there's a lot kind of happening under these clouds, under the surface, that involves a lot of chakra healing, a lot of seeing oneself, seeing the beauty within oneself, which is an important aspect of that shadow work. So especially if things have been very confusing and stuff, right? So you've got to dig into yourself a little bit and kind of heal some things for yourself. And that's why the clouds are here too, because you're not just supposed to focus on these clouds. You're supposed to also be doing some shadow work at this time and healing yourself from within, looking at your reflection. Ooh, it just gave me a song. It just gave me the song Reflection from Mulan. Was originally by Christina Aguilera, but that whole song about when will my reflection show who I am inside. And who you are inside is not just this kind of plain little duckling, this plain little swan. You have lots of beautiful colors. You're the rainbow, basically. So there's a lot of things inside there to appreciate, both about yourself, possibly about the other person. Some things going on there. What's underneath these clouds, especially in the other person's energy, it feels like, is this Five of Cups energy, which is sadness. And we have this horse here with its head hanging down. And when we see a horse with its head hanging down, it literally is like either sad or it's exhausted, right? Like it's really tired. Like when a horse can't hold its head up, it's really sad, mopey, because they have deep emotions too. Horses have a lot of deep emotions. It's just talking about like, right, they're either very sad, very mournful, or they're very upset, or they're very tired. And that's what's going on underneath these clouds here. So if you've been wondering what's up with this other person, if this is another person to you, if you're like, what's going on with this other person? The answer is there's a lot of sadness going on. They're very much looking down, having their head hung low, looking kind of into this darkness type deal, right? It's like these are the storm clouds over their head and it's just raining on them. So what you can't see through is they're doing a good job hiding their sadness, pile one. They're hiding their sadness. And so that's what I mean. There's some things that they are learning emotionally within themselves as well. It definitely feels like this represents someone else to you and they're being mysterious and you don't know why. Spirit is telling you this because you're not supposed to so much focus on them at this time. You're supposed to kind of also focus on yourself. There's some things you're supposed to be healing within yourself at this time. That's why Spirit has permitted there to be some clouds between you at this time. What they're really hiding is all of this sadness, and that's because Spirit is equally working on them, because Five of Cups, you've got to pick your head up or turn around and look in the other direction. Just like if you're looking at all the smoke, well, you're not looking at all the blue sky over here where there is clarity, right? So it's kind of like a general need to refocus overall, I think, between both people, both parties. Definitely feels like there's two people in here. Okay, last card. This Ten of Wands is really just kind of reconfirming the cloud message at this time. Overburdened. just really can't see your way through. And if you put these two cards like this, it's like this rain just keeps going and this horse is looking down at this 10 of Wands. So your other person is also feeling, oh, it just said a lot of pressure. They're feeling a lot of pressure. They're feeling overburdened. They're feeling lost in the woods. They feel like they're in the weeds. That might have nothing to do with you whatsoever, because notice that we switched to the Wands energy, right? And this is a King of Wands. So this is where it could be about their job, their career, some other things going on in their life. Could be their own spiritual journey. They've just got a lot going on, and they're very, very focused on that energy at this time. Ooh, okay, a message just came through for you guys. It said, like, yeah, it was basically saying, like, this is unrelated to you. This energy, not that the sadness isn't totally related to you, it's just like overall, this energy over here, kind of like if I could take literally like a diagonal little cut and kind of like cut through this card and cut through this reading, like 50% of these emotions and this overburdened energy is not about this situation. It's about something completely different. And they're kind of hiding it from you because they don't want you to see the sadness. They don't want you to see, and look, you see this kind of line going through here? It's like they only want you to see the light, pile 1. They only want you to see the light. They don't want you to see the darkness. And so Spirit is protecting them at this time. And it's not because you don't deserve to know about this stuff. It's like, you know, other people have their free will and they have their boundaries and their space and everything. So Spirit is assisting them as much as it is assisting you. It's assisting you in this reading by telling you that it is just a time for you to focus on yourself and your own healing, but that they are definitely going through some stuff right now. They got some sadness, they got some heavy burdens. They don't want you to see that. They don't want you to focus on that. They don't want you to notice it. They just want you to see the light, the clarity that's coming through in certain areas of these cards. And in that way, there's almost kind of like this like sweet little message at the end that's kind of like don't worry about this. Just kind of like, look how beautiful you are, Pile 1, right? And look at what your own light reveals to other people. So very much like, it just wants me to keep kind of doing this. Like, that's what I mean. Like, somebody is like covering, blocking. It's not necessarily blocking you out because they want to block you out. It's like they are just protecting themselves and hiding a lot of this kind of darker, heavier energy over here. They just don't want you to see it. They don't want you to focus on it either, because they feel like you're very much this very beautiful, sweet energy. This is definitely you, Pile 1. They feel like you're this beautiful, sweet energy over here, and they're just kind of holding off all of this crap. Which ain't a bad thing, right? Don't hate on it. Short, sweet, and to the point. Send this person a lot of love, Pile 1. Send this person a lot of love. That's what you need to do. Shine your little rainbow light onto them. That's what you need to do. And that's what I got for you. Let me know how that resonates for you. Lots of blessings your way. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks. Hello, Pile 2. Hope you guys are doing great. I just went to start this recording and then it like my thumb pressed it to stop. So Pile 2, you're being a little shy. Let's get in here and see what's going on. So we've got the Lenormand card to help us focus, and we have 3 tarot cards. This is going to be a short little reading, short little pick a pile. So the Lenormand card is going to tell us exactly what we're focusing on, and these cards are just going to build off of it, okay? So let's get started. Oh, that's lovely. The dog. 10 of Hearts, which is a 10 of Cups, which, funny enough, that is the card that kind of fell off the top of my deck over here a minute ago. Oh, wait, sorry, I just put those up from the other pile. It was here. Hang on. There you go. The 10 of Cups, that was what was there. So that was from the other pile. And so that was what peeked at me a moment ago. So this is definitely a message that was here in the room. 10 of Cups is your happiness. And when it comes to the dog energy and the Lenormand, it's about loyalty. It's about friendship. It's about trust. It's about best friends. It's about all of the energies that we associate with the dog. The dog is also associated with the star Sirius. I was just researching that last week. I connect a lot to that star and that energy, which usually comes through on the Lion's Gate, which is in August, and this dog looks very much kind of like a lion in the coloring and the way that the fur is. So this is definitely about loyalty, trust, friendship, happiness, all of those things, right? Overflowing, ultimate, fulfilled happiness is a 10 of Cups, and dog is man's best friend type deal. So all that energy, that's what this is about. Ooh, and look at that 10 of Pentacles. Nice. 10, 10. Okay, solid message. I'm telling you, this is a solid message for you, pile 2. This 10, 10, 10 energy, which I've been pulling a lot of cards lately, and along with the number 5 that I was saying at the beginning, the number 10 has been around a lot. For my own readings, for readings that I do for other people, like pile 2. 10 is the number of completion, and it is coming through for you. So you technically have a 10 of Cups right here, and you've got a 10 of Pentacles. It's kind of suggesting that you aren't really seeing this energy right now, and that's because it's on the way. This is definitely with the lunar eclipse. And it's, okay, whew, that was a crazy message that just came through. Okay, you see how there's all these 10 pentacles? But then there's this like little bitty pentacle inside of this one. The 10th one is like a little surprise. It's like a secret surprise for you. That's like hidden amidst all these other pentacles. So there's like a surprise waiting for you, and it's very real. It's a very solid, real surprise is what it feels like. I love this rainbow rippling off of it. It's just so beautiful. But there's a lot of protection. There's a lot of financial security right now. Happy home, happy family, happy life. But there's some kind of little secret surprise coming through for you on this 10th pentacle with this 10-10. There's a major reveal and completion of love and trust and friendship and just solid things. Solid happiness, very present here in the real world. So if you're not seeing this yet, like, it's literally coming, and you need to definitely channel some of this energy. Stay positive. Oh, interesting. Wow, that was interesting. So with the 7 of Pentacles, it was kind of like the dog energy was pointing out, like, this is where you're currently at. You're currently at a 7 of Pentacles, which is a lot of taking inventory, taking stock of things, sorting out where you're happy, where you're not happy, where you're stable, where you're not stable, still working on some things under review, which we are still in. We're in a lot of retrogrades right now, so it's very possible. And that's where it was kind of like if there was a dog like walking on a trail and like sniffing like that, it was like it walked down the trail here and then it sees these pentacles, and then it was like it took a hard right. And I love how these are making an L shape here with these lines, almost like an L for love, right? So that's what I mean. It's like you're sniffing out, what makes me happy? What do I love? Oh, let's go this way. Go to the right. Go to the right. So take the right path. There's definitely, like, you have a spirit guide leading you. If you connect to dog energy a lot, then this is especially talking to you. And this is leading you down the right path. It's very much like giving you the heads up of what is to come, but it's very much saying that you're on this path right now. Don't be surprised if you have to take a hard turn, a hard right turn, because that is indeed the path that you need to take. It's just saying how, like, it's not necessarily a straight line. It's not necessarily a straight path. Like, there are some turns that you have to take, right? Okay. And then this Eight of Pentacles, which is lovely. Oh my God, that was freaking magical, pile 2. I pulled this card this morning. I didn't have the lights on in my room, so I'm just now seeing it. I thought that all of this was black around the edges, and it's not. It's a rainbow. How magical is that? Which, welcome to sapphirespideroracle channel. So, of course, I'm really connecting with this card. The Eight of Pentacles is work. Just continuing to work on fruitful projects, definitely working on finances and stability. With the spider, it's all about how they spend the whole night weaving their web. And once they get done weaving their web, they just sit there, right? And that's because then they are allowing the universe to do the rest of the work for them and deliver the goods to their web, right? And that's very much what you do as a human, working with celestial spiritual energies, putting your intentions out to the world, and then waiting for the universe to come back and show you the way. And that's pretty much what this is advising, is like, your ultimate happiness, love, stability, all of that is definitely being manifested and achieved, pile 2. There is a very nice little surprise tucked in here for you. And the thing is you're very much on your way to this energy. This is your left hand. This is your receiving hand. So you need to be open to receive it. So how do we get open to receive? Well, number 1, evaluate some things. Take stock of things. Where are you happy? Where are you not happy? If life gives you a curveball, then take that curve. Your spirit guides are definitely leading the way, sniffing things out. And their advice to you is to continue to work hard, to continue to put out your intentions to the universe. Keep building your web of catching whatever the universe is bringing to offer you, especially in the form of financial happiness and emotional satisfaction and happiness. And then once you've set up your web, you just are open to receive. And with this coming up to the lunar eclipse, like, it's a great time for you to be building your intentions and your manifestations. We get to that full moon, and then after that is when we usually reap the rewards. The week after, or the second week after the full moon, is usually when you reap the rewards. And that's how you work with lunar magic, is you work, okay, nice. It's talking about lunar magic, and it's doing that too because it's just talking about, like, the star. I was talking about the Sirius, the stars, talking about the night sky. So I'm talking about lunar magic, which is very feminine. It takes a whole month for that cycle to do the whole process. So you set your intentions at the new moon, you build up your intentions to the full moon, you allow things to be illuminated and revealed, you release and let go of whatever's blocking your way to receive what you want, and then you receive towards the end of the month. And that's how you work with lunar magic. So that's what it's really wanting you to tap into. So you got a little while to keep building till the full moon, and that's what you need to be focused on and working on, because especially if you're channeling a lot of this pentacle energy, a lot of this earth energy, it definitely takes time. You got to work with a bit of a time scale. So lunar magic is definitely going to help you out here, pile 2. And then you should come back around and build until you receive in your hot little hand that nice little surprise, that nice 10 of Pentacles, that nice, just say, kind of like rainbow activation. Just beautiful, lots of healing. And you're already working on that because it's like you're in the black and white right now, and you're going to start adding color to things, and that's what allows the universe to come plant these pentacles in your web and give you all the colors of the rainbow. That's what I got for you, pile 2. And sorry, it's not done. With the colors of the rainbow, it's talking about your chakra system. It just said from, like, okay, it just gave me a line from the Matrix. It was when the Oracle was talking to Neo, and she tells him, how do you know you're in love? You just know from balls to bones, right? And that's where it was kind of talking about, like, from your crown chakra to your root chakra, from balls to bones, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. You know you're in love with something. You know you're happy with something. You know you're satisfied with something when you just feel it, right? And that's kind of the final answer there. So feel the positivity coming off these cards. Feel it in your bones. Manifest it. And watch it literally add color and take form in your real life. That's what I got for you, pile 2. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Hello, pile 3. Hope you guys are doing fabulous. Let's get started. So this tarot deck is new on my channel. It is the Wild Unknown. I love these cards so far. And then I've also brought in my Lenormand deck to help us stay focused. We're going to try and keep this short, sweet, simple, and to the point. So pile 3, if it resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe, or donate. And let's see what this lunar eclipse solar or summer solstice energy is bringing for you. What's the focus? The Whip. Always a tricky card. Knight of Wands energy. It's very much talking about cracking the whip. It's very much giving it to me in more of a work way. Getting things done fast and swift and quickly. Get in, get out, get the job done type deal is what it's really bringing me. That's not everything that the whip is about, but it certainly can be what the whip card is about. So I think these tarot cards are actually going to help clarify this a bit. There's a bit of a borderline energy with this card where it can start to go into the things that we can do to abuse people with whips, and then it can also go into like the sexy way we use whips, and then it also goes into just the metaphorical way of like getting things done, right? So let's see what your tarot cards have to say. With this Ace of Wands, somebody could definitely be getting some, okay? This is a lovely Ace of Wands, though. I really love all this orange and red coming off of it. It really made this out like a dogwood tree. And for some reason, it's telling me how a dogwood tree is the tree supposedly that was used for the original cross that Jesus was crucified on. So it's very much bringing me, that's what I mean. It's bringing me kind of like the Cat of Nine Tails. It's bringing me dogwood tree. There's some religious tones so far coming off of this. Could definitely be a new spiritual path for you. Oh, yeah. Totally, and it just reminded me that I just signed up for some kind of new course myself, and I'm about to start my animal Reiki certification. So that's what I mean. There's some things here. It's like there's some spiritualness to it, but there's also a bit of this kind of like religious, like specifically Christian overtones. Could be some challenges that you face in that way, because anytime we're digging into ourselves and our religion and our spirituality, we can face, you know, certain obstacles or programming that we've discovered. There's definitely something new in that area of your life, and it could be challenging, but it could also be very motivating. Yeah, this is just really bringing me, it's so weird. It's bringing me like total Easter vibes, like crucifixion stuff, or like if you're at a bull and there's a bullfight, right? They get stuck so many times. Jesus was stabbed and whipped and stuck so many times. There's a bunch of religious overtones coming off of this, but also it's very much talking about like some self-sacrifice. Not like you are necessarily doing the self-sacrifice. It's like you're recognizing someone else's sacrifice and their pain and the things that they've gone through. So you yourself might be actually, okay, that's a nice, beautiful message, pile 3. It's like you yourself are embodying a lot of Christ energy at this time. You are feeling the pains of other people. You are feeling the cross that you might have to bear. You're feeling the whip down on your back, and it might not even be necessarily your situation. It's like, it's definitely talking about like you're an empath and you're just kind of feeling these things. This Ten of Swords is here for you, and it's also here for kind of like whoever you're dealing with. For you, it was just kind of like I was saying, it was mentioning like at a bullfight, like the bullfighter's like the last dude to deal with the bull. Actually, there's like 5 other people that come out and stab the bull beforehand and make it weak, so that the bullfighter has a fair chance, right? Because a bull, let's be honest, would totally trample you. And that's kind of what is kind of being mentioned here, is like how other people's sadness and sorrow and energy can attack you and make you mentally weak and can wear you down and can really put you in this heavy, dark, negative energy, right? You do need to protect yourself from that, and that is where you need to crack the whip and remember your kind of aura field and push that energy off of you. It's okay to recognize and feel what other people are experiencing and going through, but please don't let it get attached to you, because of the fact that that is just it's very mentally burdensome, and it's a lot of energy for you to take on that is not yours, pile 3. That is not yours. And that's why you have to like kind of protect your little energy bubble, but you're very much recognizing this energy around you at this time. It just doesn't feel like this energy belongs to you specifically, pile 3. This feels like a warning to not let yourself go into this energy, but it feels more like you're seeing this energy around you, and that's part of the reason why you're starting on this new spiritual path, because you're maybe waking up as an empath, as a light worker, as a starseed, and you're sensing all of this pain and energy in the world, and you want to help. So you're starting something new. And especially because I was just talking about my animal Reiki path, pile 3, there's your animal in pain, right? So if you're definitely working with animals or something along those lines too, that is very much coming through in this reading as well. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Yes, you're perfect for this. You're perfect for it. With this Mother of Cups, this Queen of Cups, you are so in touch. You're very psychic and intuitive and nurturing and just beautiful. Yeah. It was very much just pointing out like these are like little fireworks. Like little fireworks going off. And it kind of just gave me that Katy Perry song, Firework. Baby, you're a firework. Go and let your colors burst. Right? Look at these colors, right? Yeah, you're just perfect for this, because it's almost like this bull is like trudging his way through the dark rain, and there's like this Queen of Cups over here. It's like, come in, right? Like come sit under my wing. I will heal you. I'll offer you this cup. I will show you how you're a firework and you're so beautiful within. And again, with the animals, swans are very graceful, and yet they are also very fierce fighters. I was reading there's like a meme on Facebook that's been going around talking about how like the Swan Princess, if swans could actually turn into people, that it would actually probably more likely turn into like some huge dude that was like a brawler, because they are like massive birds that will freaking fight you. And that's a beautiful energy to come through here too, because it's just talking about how much of a fierce protective energy you are. When you see other people being put down, when you see other people being hurt, when you even see animals going through this kind of pain, that's part of your cross to bear, but it's not in this like heavy negative way. It's shining a light on everything for you, showing you the way of your own soul destiny, your own path, which is very much to help and heal others, pile 3. So you're definitely starting something new that either is to help people or animals You're very passionate about it. You do see a lot of obstacles and destruction around you or in this situation or just in the world in general, and you really want to counterbalance that and counteract that is what it feels like. Whew, my right leg just got hot, y'all, like real hot. As soon as I finished speaking to you, that like the back of my leg just got hot. So I'm telling you, this is the path you're on for sure. Ooh, pile 3. Good luck for you for sure. Let me know how it resonates for you. I'll catch you guys on the next reading. Thank you. Hello, hello, pile 4. Hope you're doing fabulous. Let me straighten up your little card for you. So let's get started. These tarot cards here are from a new deck. This is my first time reading from it on the channel. It is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Krans. This is not a new deck on the market, but it is a new deck for me, and I've been really digging the cards lately. So we're going to keep this short and sweet. The Lenormand card is going to tell us what we're focusing on, and these 3 cards are going to help us elaborate a bit. So here we go. The Tree, focusing on health a bit. With the 7 of Cups energy coming in on it, you might feel a little bit kind of unsure about some things, or you've got lots of little choices to make. I'm growing sunflowers at this time, so there's very much, it's kind of mentioning my garden. It's just mentioning how it's summer and it's outdoors, so it's definitely a good time to be outside. It's great for your health especially. Wow, that was a weird message. It's just talking about like Arizona and how people go to like Arizona because apparently the climate and the temperature and like just the level of humidity, like everything about that place is supposedly like really good for your people with allergies. Like there's like almost no allergies out there apparently. So it's very much kind of talking about that, talking about the climate, maybe some vacations, talking about going outdoors, but very much paying attention to your health as well, making sure that you are healthy. It's a good season to get in touch with your body and the health. Summer is definitely a good energy to come in on that. So look at that Hermit card. Wow, I love that. The Hermit, that's a Virgo energy card. So if you're a Virgo, hey, me too, buddy. Wow, I just really like this Hermit card. It's talking about like burning the midnight oil and also retreating to your little shell. Like I was saying, taking care of yourself. Okay, it's saying how you have previously been very much within your little shell, trying to take care of yourself, which isn't a bad thing, but you are very much kind of like staying up late, which I'm literally recording this in the middle of the night, so I know, me too. It's the only time I get to myself, right? Especially if you're like a mom, sometimes the late night hours are the only me time you really get, or the time you get to pursue your hobbies. And so there's part of that message coming in here. This isn't coming in as like you shouldn't stay up late. It's just like, this is the energy you've been in. Been staying up late, been very much reclusive and retreating to yourself. It has been to take care of yourself, but I think you need a change of pace. I think you need a change of pace. So this is where you have been. A major arcana, so it was very much needed, very much necessary, but it's time to kind of get out. Man, my elbow just got hot over here. That's what I was saying. It was like, it was saying like you need to go out and mingle, and that's where it made me think of like having my arm hooked and like someone else is holding, like, you know, they've got my elbow and we're like walking together type deal. So my elbow just got hot. This is definitely an energy that's kind of like encouraging you to step out into the sunlight, step out with people, like go do things, right? Yeah, man, this Justice card is badass. You need some harmony and equilibrium. With the Justice card, it's kind of saying like when the cat's away, the mice will play. It's very much talking about like your light and your shadow. That's part of why you've been in this recluse energy, because that's what I was saying. Like you've been working on yourself a bit, been trying to come to harmony within yourself, within your own little world. doing some shadow work, doing some light work, which those are both, that's the two different sides of the exact same coin, right? And that's why it's very much saying, like, just how you've been doing your shadow work and your light work, you also need to take time for yourself and go out in the sun, socialize, focus on your health in that way, and be around some other people, because that is just as necessary for your own soul healing as this Hermit card. And you might think that part of those things are playing into your shadow, and they might be a little bit, but your shadow is your repressed self, and it also has needs, because it has previously, it said shunned, it's been previously shunned and like put away. And the whole thing is like, you can't keep doing that to yourself, because you're just repressing stuff more and more and more. It's not an excuse for you to go out and go be buck wild. It's just saying, like, you got to recognize what it is that you want. So what does your shadow want? Your shadow obviously wants to socialize and go have fun and get out and about. I think you've been at home working on your shadow because you feel like maybe it got out of hand or something. You've been bringing a lot of, I'm thinking, emotions into harmony and balance with this kind of Seven of Hearts. And that's part of your soul healing that you've been working on, and that's why you went into hermit mode, is because you were maybe stepping away from people in general. You were working on yourself, so you stepped away from people in general. With the two coming in here, these are the two sides of yourself, the part of you that wants to kind of chill and work on yourself, and the part of you that wants to get out and do stuff with other people. You're very much bringing that into balance and recognizing how both of those aspects of yourself are important in your world. Isolation and socialization. Indoors, outdoors. Dark, light, right? I was kind of catching something else off this card, but I was waiting. What's the last one? The Chariot. Look at your major arcana, pile 4. Okay, this is actually kind of like a solar eclipse up here, and then there's the moon on the head, and that's where it's kind of very much pointing out like this lunar eclipse coming up. This eclipse portal has very much been a time for you to write, kind of sort all this stuff out. And the message I just gave to you about you need to go do both of these things, you've got to mix and mingle that. That's where the Chariot card is coming in and saying, yes, absolutely. Go forth. You are protected with this pentacle. You are protected in that way. You should move forward. You should switch some things up and go forward. It just said energy will be speeding up here soon. So where things might have slowed down in this eclipse portal and gave you this time for introspection, you might see some things kind of like ramping up, speeding up. With this 7 and this 7 coming through right here, it's definitely saying, like, yes, you need to go outdoors. You need to go be with friends. You need to go do fun stuff. You need to go garden. You need to go pay attention to your health. You need to go do these things. But that's not in any way to discredit what the energy is that you've already been in. This is a major time of change in your life. You went from 9 to 8 to 7. Hermit, Justice, Chariot. So working on things on your own, bringing some things into balance and harmony, moving forward with your plans after you've balanced and sorted some things out. And I definitely just think that has everything to do with you. You are this tree, pile 4. Has everything to do with you and your health and your wealth and your well-being. It wants me to mention that I personally have just started going to therapy, and one of the, long story, right, why, maybe you need therapy, and why, I don't know. So pile 4, I started going to see a therapist for myself, and he gave me a survey, and it was about mental, emotional, spiritual, and social self-care. And actually the area that I scored the lowest in was the social self-care. And it's like, this is very much resonating with the same message that I've been receiving just through my own personal work, which is like, you just got to get out and socialize and do some stuff more often because, again, Virgo energy, right? Like, we're very happy to be the little hermit in our shell, but it's not the end all be all. You got to have some folks and people in your life, and you got to go do some fun things and get out of your shell. And that's for sure. So that's kind of the final message that's coming through here at the end, is just like, yes, if you're feeling that call to go do other things and go socialize, by all means, that is exactly what you're supposed to do. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. And this is a major gateway leading you through to that point. So whatever inner work you've been doing a great job, Pile 4, but it's time to just shift gears again and go focus on some other things that make you much happier. And that's what I got for you. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. I'll see you guys on the next reading. Thank you. Hello, Pile 5. Last little pile. So let's get started. Got this Lenormand card here to help show us the way so that we can be, it just said the word discreet, so that we can be more discreet. Okay, Pile 5. So we can be more discreet, I guess. But I don't know why that little word just came in. That was an interesting word choice, but definitely Pile 5. This is just a check-in for the upcoming lunar eclipse. And today is the summer solstice while I'm doing this reading, and we're just going to be very direct and short and sweet and to the point. So, what is this about? You got some news coming in. 9 of Cups, some wish fulfillment news as well. Definitely some things arriving for you. And with this caduceus right here, it could be while we're in Mercury retrograde. It could also kind of be like shortly after Mercury turns, so after we get out of Mercury retrograde. Either one, it's kind of giving it to me. This could be something that comes in here at the end of Mercury retrograde, or something that waits until right after it flips and we get out of Mercury retrograde, okay? But you definitely got some news coming in, and my right temple is kind of pounding, so this feels for sure like news from a masculine energy. So what's this news? 6 of Cups, a return of someone from the past. It could definitely be your soulmates. Look at these roots. Look at these beautiful colored roots. It's kind of definitely talking about like some ancestry. The word like soulmate in general refers to anybody within your soul tribe that you may or may not have a connection with from a past life, from something in the recent past. It could be just your childhood, it could be last week. So, but with this card and these deep roots, it's definitely feeling like either family or love or past lives. It's very artistic. It's bringing that up too, just like how it's so watercolory and artistic and everything. Like, it's really beautiful. There's and it's very much pointing out how deep the tree roots are compared to how tall the tree is. And oh, it said like that's how deep it goes. Like the roots are just as deep as the tree is tall, because that's what keeps it anchored. So this is definitely about some emotions, relationships, friends, family, soulmates, lovers, twin flame, whatever you got going on. Yeah, that's what okay, yeah. With the 7 of Cups, with this sun and then this moon, it's like in between the time from this last solar eclipse to this upcoming lunar eclipse, there's been like this spell of mystery over some things. So you've just been very much kind of like stuck in this in-between phase, and it's very much pointing out how this cup is overturned. So it's like you've been going through this like Am I not getting this news? Is this person not coming back to talk to me? Are we not friends? Are we not good? Is things not okay? Like, But look, here's those 6 cups again, all turned up right. This is a trick. Okay. It's very much feeling like, and look, my left hand was just itching. You were definitely receiving this. You were receiving, you're receiving this news. You're receiving this. This has been a product of this like mystery, kind of unsure. It's like there's a passageway going between the sun and the moon right here. And that's where it's been very confusing, because we've been in this eclipse portal. We've been in this Mercury retrograde. It's just been like a time of uncertainty. This little bit of a chapter between the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse has been, it just said, is called confusion. It said the chapter between this solar and lunar eclipse is called confusion. And that's where it's like a spell of mystery. The things that you think are the cups overturned, it's showing you very much that they are not. They are turned up right. They are full, just like they are in this card. So don't be deceived by this portal energy. It's kind of like, it just said, like you're walking down a hallway, right? And there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's like you're walking down a hallway. Kind of like, you know, don't... Power 5. It just gave me don't stop believing. Sorry, that was like really off tune, but I'm trying to be quiet here in my office tonight. But it just gave me don't stop believing from Journey. Journey. He's on a journey. Journey through this eclipse portal we've been going through for the past few weeks, for the past month or so. Gonna wrap it up soon. So don't be deceived by this portal, by this mystery energy, by everything that's been going on cosmically at this time. There's very much this 6 of Cups energy coming through, and this is just kind of like deceiving, cloudy, uncertain energy. Okay? So don't worry about it. This news is definitely coming in. What's this final card? That's what I'm saying. Something back at the solar eclipse blocked this energy. I don't specifically know why yet, but that's very much what it's saying. Just kind of filling off of this energy right here. It's just saying, like, don't be deceived by this portal energy. This cup is not overturned. These other ones are just fine. Something at the solar eclipse blocked mentally or communication-wise some of this energy. Could very much have to do with just the fact that it was a solar eclipse and it was Mercury retrograde. There was something, it just said there was something that was said. There was something that was said that blocked this energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be coming from you. It could be from an outside source. You see how this staff up here has got the double helix thing? It's kind of echoing this, but it's almost like these get to come up here and flow again, right? Where they're like crossed right now and they're not flowing. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like once Mercury retrograde ends, or once some energy shift, things are going to like go back into the flowing energy instead of the questioning energy. I'm so unsure. What's this weird time I'm in? Why isn't there any communication, or why isn't there any resolution? Why is this not resolved? Why do I not know what's going on? It's because something at the solar eclipse blocked this communication. A part of it just said it's not about you. So don't take it as in like you said something or did something wrong. Especially if there's another person involved in this situation, it's like they have their own energy to work with, right? And they've been going through this same solar lunar eclipse portal, Mercury retrograde portal that you have. So something blocked the communication or the message or the news or something between the solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde energy. Something blocked this. But it's still coming. And I haven't pulled any more cards for any of the other piles, and so it doesn't want me to on this one, and that's just where it's going to wrap up. So whatever news you've been waiting on, especially if it's like a reunion from the past, waiting on someone to come home, waiting to hear from somebody, something like that. Yeah, it's just been blocked for a little bit. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the cosmic cycles going on at this time, and possibly if there's another person involved in this situation, then their energy, because they may have been learning some lessons at this time through this cosmic energy, just as you are. And it said, and part of your lesson is like patience, right? Like patience, having to sit here and wait for this stuff to come through, and learning that it's not always about you, that it wasn't necessarily you that blocked this message, or you that flipped this cup up, or you that did anything. It could just be this other person's going through stuff, the situation's on hold, some kind of energy didn't come through the right way. But it doesn't seem like it's really about you at all, pile 5. So I would put that worry to rest. And that's what I got for you. So, on that note, hope that resonated for you. Like, share, comment, subscribe, donate as you see fit. I so appreciate it. I will catch all of you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.